Hey, what's happening, friend? Welcome back to another episode of The Compassionate Warrior. Now, today we're talking about defeating laziness. Really replacing that with some kind of deep internal motivation. And you're going to see what I mean here in a little bit. Rewriting that story so we find some zest and oomph in life so that we can handle and tackle our deepest desires. Just go after our dreams with a full force momentum. It's like this. You ever have one of them weekends and you got like a to-do list that's longer than your weeds? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't even know where to begin. And there's so much shit to do that let me just watch an episode real quick. Let me take a little nap. Hey, I'll do a little scrolling and then I'll find some motivation to get shit done. Well, the next thing you know, the whole day goes by and you haven't even made a dent. That sound familiar? That's what I've done many times. Hey, I am guilty of that just as much as anybody else. Because, look, a part of that growing up and learning is that, hey, work hard, play hard. I say, yeah, okay, I heard that, and I get down with that, but I was mixing it up. I was playing hard, then working hard. But it didn't work for me. I was playing hard, but the whole time I was playing, I was thinking about the shit I gotta do. And then when it came time to working hard, well, a lot of the daylight and my motivation had been spent already. Okay? So that didn't work for me. And it wasn't like I could just beat myself over the head. If I didn't do something for a day, naturally I would kind of feel guilty. It's like, I got to do something now. And that would just make me feel kind of like, oh, remorseful. I could have been so much further. I had just more grief or something when I was doing the stuff that I should have been doing yesterday. And so if this sounds like you, I kind of want to help correct this and so we can actually find some zest and so we can knock shit out. Because that is when you feel powerful. When you have a to-do list, you have goals, you want to get something done and you actually do it, that's powerful. And then if you actually do it while you're having fun, like you're doing it with some enjoyment, that's passionate. I'm going to call that passionate power. And damn, it feels good. And that's how we blast through life and keep getting to the next level. Okay? In my opinion, at least. So how do we even go about doing that? Well, I kind of just said, is there a way we can make it a game? A little more playful? Well, let's see here. When we're busting our ass and we're sweating and, planting all these trees I had just done, how would he make that fun? Well, for me, a big thing is, okay, I blow out a big picture. Not every single little detail, and I'm going to dig it 12 inches to the right, and then 15. Nah. I get a big picture, I blow it up, I look, I say, okay, this is what I want to accomplish. And then instead of thinking about how I'm going to do it or what I'm going to do, it's just like, I just start doing it. And now instead of being so focused on the little thoughts and the steps going, and it's like riding a bike. I'm going to break it down like this. All right, imagine now as a grown-ass adult, you're riding a bike. Now, is your attention, is your focus going on your foot? I'm going to push down, I'm going to push down. And on every single push of the pedal. Or are you focused on where the hell you're going to go? Eyes down the road, eyes on the prize. Yeah. And you're going to get there much more quickly. Especially if you want to get there quick and you can pump it out. You might have a little more fun. Make it a little challenging. Because on the flip side, if you're just focused on every single little step, guess what? One, you're going to miss the whole view because your head's down. And two, well, you're going to be shaky and unstable. We don't want that. Okay? Look, you can even break it down like when you were first learning how to ride a bike. And you weren't looking behind you because then you were going off and crashing. Or like my twin sister, running her face into a mailbox. Now, you got to have your eyes on the prize. Now, what you did was, whoever was holding you or pushing you or your training wheels, you got to have trust that they're going to keep you up. You got to have trust in them so that you can look forward. And life is no different. Because once you start trusting that I'm going to make it, guess what? You trust in yourself. You have that belief that, okay, hey, this is what I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I just know I'm going to try. And I trust that. And guess what? You start knocking out stuff. A big other component to this, to stop feeling so damn lazy, is this story we're telling ourselves. Okay, now, are we just doing something to look good for the neighbors? So make sure our spouse or partner ain't just bitching at us? Are we doing something to feel good about ourselves? Well, I'm going to tell you what I do. You know, any kind of task, chore that I'm set up with, now what I do is I flip it. I say, I'm going to work on my mastery. And for me, this is huge. You got to find what works for you. But for me, it's like, even if it's like mastering my positive thinking while I'm doing something that I don't like to do, cleaning out the cat litter, you know, whatever it may be, it's like, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it because there is tied up into this my own personal journey. That's what this is all about, okay? It's our personal journey. So how we view it, what we tell ourselves is ultimately, I mean, this is life. So it can be really shitty and I gotta do it. I must do it. Or I really should and I have to. No. Hey, how about we replace that have to and must with I want to and trust? Damn! Ever think about that? Because that's what's going to get our lazy ass up off the couch and doing something. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something else, too. You know, this is not number 3. Again, so we have keep your eyes on the prize. Big picture where you want to go. Keep trusting yourself that you're going to get there. And number 3, I'm going to wrap this up with, look, you can do it for yourself, okay? And you might find a little bit. I'll go to the gym because I want to be healthy, you know. But if you make this about more people than yourself, something bigger than yourself, okay, this is where you start getting even more motivation. You can borrow motivation from others because you're giving it back. So if you're doing something for the betterment of others, you're doing it for, like, for example, say you want to include more people, like, well, I'm not going to the gym just to look better for me because, you know, you get egotistical and that kind of burns out. But what about I want to be here longer for my kids and my grandkids. I want to be able to pick up heavy shit when I'm 70 so I can help old ladies across the street pick them up like a sack of taters. Okay? That might be at a little motivation. I want to be strong enough to pick up cars off of children, you know? Now you start thinking like superhuman, and all of a sudden you got some whirlyburbs rolling up in you, and you're ready to skip to the gym, my friend. Okay? It's stuff like this to where you flip the script on yourself. Not just, well, I'm going to go to the gym so I can lose 10 pounds. That lasts for a couple minutes. And then you eat your bag of Cheetos, and again, that guilt and grief starts swooping in. Nah. We want you to feel good about it. This is your journey. And every single chore, conversation, commitment is a chance for you to grow, excel, love. Come on, my friend. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep getting back up. Until next time.